Guys, please sit down. Bob, you ready? Missy, you good? Thank you, everybody, for attending the reorganization meeting of the mayor and council held at Friday, January 6th, starting at 5:38. I now call this meeting to order, and I request council members McGowan and Guzman to escort council-elect Susan Quattrone and her partner Brett to the front of the room. Thank you very much. I would now ask the Honorable County Commissioner Jermaine Ortiz to please come up and swear them in, or swear Susan in, sorry.
Thank you. First, I just want to say Happy New Year. It's an honor to be here today. Mayor and council, thank you so much for inviting me, and especially Susan. It's such an honor to be here and be able to swear you in on this joyous occasion, especially. I'm very excited, too, to see now there's 4 women, which kind of reflects our board at the Board of Commissioners. It's just an incredible that you're here today with all of us here, and that we're able to celebrate with your family and your beautiful daughter. I know you're such an accomplished attorney. You've been a legislative aide for Congressman Pascrell, and you're definitely an incredible advocate. So you're very lucky. We're very lucky to have you here, and you're going to be a great asset to Rutherford. Thank you so much. Okay. So. Right hand up, left hand on the Bible, and repeat after me. I, state your name,
I, Susan Quattrone,
solemnly swear
that
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties as a councilwoman according to the best of my ability. I do further solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in the state under the authority of the people. So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations.
Councilwoman, can you please come take your seat at the dais? Councilman Roberson, Councilman Coakley, could you please escort Councilwoman-elect Christy Del Rey Cohen and her husband Jason? I feel like there should be music. Will the Honorable Senator Paul Sarlo please come up and administer the oath of office to Councilwoman-elect Del Rey Cohen?
I state your name.
I, Christy Del Rey Cohen,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
as a councilman
as a councilwoman
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
I do further state,
I do further state,
and I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will
the
support
Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Happy, healthy New Year. I had the pleasure of being here just last week when this community put together a terrific package of promotions for the police department. I promised I'd be back to swear in our new councilwoman. First, let me congratulate Councilwoman Catrone on your election, and congratulations to all the members of the council for the hard work this year. Standing next to me here is a councilwoman who has an impeccable legal career. Her husband has an impeccable career as well, not only in the not-for-profit areas, but also we understand has some very good connections in Maryland. So when we're in Maryland, we get to the State House. But more importantly, I've gotten to know this councilwoman after her election and spent some time with her. You are all blessed. You are all blessed as a community because the passion that she's going to bring, putting her experience on, just the passion that she's going to bring for community service, good government, transparent government, and making sure Rutherford continues to move forward. I always say that I'm blessed to have Rutherford in my district. Rutherford is on an amazing path. But to generate new excitement, new blood here with Councilwoman DeReo, we're really blessed. So I am honored to swear in. God bless to you. Good luck to you.
Councilwoman, can you please take your seat at the dais? Councilman McGowan.
Thank you, Mayor. We'd like to acknowledge and thank some dignitaries that are with us this evening. From Bergen County, we'd like to thank Sheriff Curidan, who's with us. We'd like to thank our county commissioners, Ortiz, Amoroso, and Zur, all of whom are in the back. Thank you so much for being with us. From District 36, our State Senator, Paul Sarlo. And with us tonight also is our Assemblyman, Clinton Calabrese. We'd also like to acknowledge former Rutherford Mayor, Bernadette McPherson. With us also is Christina Cutrone, who is the president of We Do, and also the deputy mayor of Fairlawn. I'm going through all of my notes. I should have did the disclaimer that I hope that we make sure we get everyone. And we'd also like to acknowledge former Rutherford council members, Thomas Malahy, Mark Goldsack, Denise Ross, and I believe also we had a representative here tonight, Connor Gorman, former councilman from the city of Dumont, who is here tonight representing Bergen County. If I missed anyone, my apologies. Mayor, I believe everyone's been introduced.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Missy, could you please take the roll?
Mayor Nunziato,
I'm here.
Councilman Coakley,
Here.
Councilman McGowan,
Present.
Councilman Big Roberson,
Here.
Councilman Guzman,
Here.
Councilman Dayright Cohn, Councilman Quattrone.
Here.
Thank you. If you're willing and able, could you please stand for the salute to the flag? Missy?
In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Law, Chapter 231, Public Laws of 1975, notice of this meeting was transmitted to the Record and Herald News and filed with the Borough Clerk on December 21st, 2022, and is posted on the bulletin board outside of Borough Hall.
Thank you. I'd now like to invite Pastor Allen up for the invocation.
To the mayor and to the council, thank you for your service to our community and to our newly elected council persons, Delray Cohn, and our newly elected council person, Quadron. Congratulations on your service. For those who don't know what an invocation is, just an opening prayer. If you are so inclined, please pray with me. God of all creation, we thank you for these leaders and the citizens who are gathered here tonight. Thank you for those who have stepped out and stepped up to offer their gifts and their talents in service to our borough. We ask that your spirit fill this room and into every heart, mind, and soul present tonight. May this meeting be filled with your peace, wisdom, and grace. Bless those who serve our community. May they serve with knowledge and insight, not just for those with power and influence, not just for those who speak the loudest, but remain ever mindful of those with no voice, and always serve for the common good. We give thanks for our democratic process that allows our residents to have a voice and say in the administration of our town. May God bless all who serve and all present tonight. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. We'll now open it up for remarks from the two new council members. Susan?
Thank you very much, Mayor. Hello, Rutherford. Can you hear me? I am thrilled to be up here. I want to thank all of you in this room who have given me support, encouragement, advice, and inspiration. There are too many to name them all, but I hope I can speak personally with you in the next days or weeks. It's a cliche to say that our campaign was a team effort, but in this case, it really was. I want to thank my campaign team for the enormous hard work and passion, and I want to especially thank every person who offered words of encouragement when it wasn't popular to do so. I will never forget your belief that the difficult was absolutely possible. I will never forget your dedication to Rutherford and to the idea that our town can be more inclusive and stronger than ever. Senator Raphael Warnock of Georgia often says, "A vote is a kind of prayer for the world we want for ourselves and our children." I believe that voting and participation in politics is a beautiful and sacred act. To me, believing in possibilities that do not yet exist and taking small or large steps to create a more loving and just world is like creating art. It's magical. Political participation is the beginning of making our dreams of progress and justice a reality. To the mayor and past and present council members, you all have many talents and you all have my deep respect. I hope I can continue to learn from all of you, and you may learn from me and Christy too. Politics is extremely competitive and can leave hard feelings, but you have been incredibly gracious to me, and I am honored we are now colleagues. To Commissioner Ortiz, thank you for your kind words and for your wonderful service to our county and country. To Congressman Pascrell in absentia, I am sorry that the spectacle in DC has prevented you from getting to Jersey in time. I'm sure you are giving them all hell down there. You were one of my first political mentors and set me on this path, and that means a lot to me. Someone pointed out to me that in at least one speech I've given during the campaign, I did not thank my closest friends, Brett and Cordelia. That must be because having a small triangle family has made us thick as thieves. They are my loves, my best friends, my political advisors, and my sidekicks. They are part of me, and sometimes we forget to thank the people who are the closest and give us the most strength. But in my heart, I know this accomplishment is because of both of you. To my parents and brother, I love you. You discovered and chose this magical town many years ago, a town with a wondrous mix of sophistication and humility, of artistic creativity and sports prowess, of intimate community and easy access to the greatest city in the world. What an inspired choice you made. I share my deep love of this town with you. Our family's forever home. I meant what I said in our campaign. I want to make myself accessible to the community. I am here to listen to all voices, those who voted for us and those who did not. I just ask that we try to be as generous and respectful of each other as possible. My greatest joy on the campaign trail was going door to door and having conversations with old friends and with strangers. The intensity of the pandemic is waning, and people were thirsty for contact and communication. One of my goals now is to bring Rutherford residents into the public conversation, those who have been invisible, neglected, or have not been inspired to engage. Our town's governing body has done a wonderful job of creating a thriving community, but there are always people who are unintentionally left out. I am going to go to the less obvious spaces and meet with those whose voices are more faint, whose lives are more of a struggle. If we strengthen our most vulnerable members, I believe our town can rise to even greater heights. Thank you again for this great privilege and honor.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilwoman?
I learned I press the button, so I've already learned something. If I want to be heard, I press the button, so. So this already feels really momentous for me because I never, ever take notes. It's actually, anyone who's ever mentored me legally has hated that about me. I do depositions and all arguments without notes. But this felt so important. There felt like things I shouldn't miss that I actually took notes. So it's already a big day for me. So there's as some of you may know, I'm a litigator and a mediator. So there's a technique I learned in mediation training called validation. And the essence of it is when you speak to someone, because your goal is to give everyone a chance to tell their story, you listen first and you validate later. So you absorb the facts, and doing so accomplishes two things. First, it allows the person who is at the heart of a dispute to tell their story and be seen and be heard. Second, it allows you to validate that what they are feeling is real, because that's really all that matters. What they're feeling to them is very real. And when the party finishes speaking, you confirm, and then you validate what they shared. Because that was a technique I was already comfortable with and had received like actual training on it, it's what I employed when I went canvassing because I knew how to do it. And even though I'm very comfortable with public speaking, going door to door really scared me a lot. So I just leaned into a technique that I already was comfortable with. So when the validation part usually starts with, so if I'm understanding you correctly, and then you restate what they told you. So as I knocked on doors, I waited to see if Ring cameras would prevent people from actually coming to the door, and like a lot of times it did. But I also prepped myself for that validation. And what I found was remarkable. Every single person I spoke to wanted the exact same thing, and every piece of feedback came from a deep love of this place. And so my validations often went something like this. If I'm understanding you correctly, you love it here, and you've lived here for 35 years, so you're worried about your taxes. If I'm understanding you correctly, you love the trees and are worried that development might detract from that. If I'm understanding you correctly, you love spending your weekends here, so you want your children to have as many activity options as possible here in town. Even every critique was grounded in a deep, deep love. We have to empower the narratives of others, whether we agree with them or not, because perception is reality always. We cannot snatch someone else's lens from them and adjust the way they see life. It's just never going to work. So we have to validate where they are and then work with it and work through it. It's still very hard to believe I'm a politician. For a lot of people that know me well, one of the women who's here who helped with the campaign pointed out that in my podcast days, I actually said in an episode that I would never run for office. So a lot happens in 4 years, because I think that was 2018. But I find solace in the fact, I'm not saying it's you, Bob, but I'm not saying it's not you. I know, yeah. So I find solace in the fact that the essence of what people desire in this town is sort of not political. We all want the same things, even if our path to get there is different. It's on that path that we twist and turn ourselves in ways that others don't necessarily understand. And while I don't see myself as a politician, I see myself as a really good caretaker. So I'm just approaching this that I'm taking care of 18,000 people. Sunday dinner is gonna start at my house. Again, I can't fit 18,000 people, but just know I want to. In caretaking, you cannot be afraid to love, you cannot be afraid to lose, and you have to be willing to learn. You really need to just put your own lens away and pick up everyone else's that's handed to you. Not necessarily to agree with them, but to understand their perception. And that's how I intend to approach this critical responsibility of representing and serving the residents of this community. The past 8 months have been months of deep learning and understanding for me about myself, about others, about how things work, about the human condition. It's a good thing I love learning because I still have such a long way to go. I'm excited to do the work. I'm excited to serve. I struggle with the notion of politicians as promise makers because my life has shown me that so much is out of my own control. So much we think will come to fruition does not. Things that we don't plan for just appear, whether it's the universe or something else. So you just have to work really hard, and that at least I know I can do. January 6th has always been a really difficult day for me. It's the day my mother was diagnosed with terminal cancer by the same doctor that delivered our daughter the day before. My daughter, who's sitting right there, and I share a birthday, which was yesterday. She was born on my 27th birthday. If you've lost someone close to you, you'll understand that the non-anniversary anniversaries of loss and grief are actually so much harder than the big ones that you expect. January 6th is definitely one of those days for me. So now I have this huge bright light on this day. I'll think of all of you. I'll think of all of this. And when my mom passed 10 months later, I gave one of her eulogies. When she was sick, she saved every single card that anyone ever gave her because she was certain that she would get better and be able to thank them. So when I gave my eulogy at her funeral, I brought up all of those cards wrapped in a beautiful ribbon and thanked everyone for who supported her. It felt very important to do that. So this is the first time since then that thank yous feel just as important on an equally momentous day. So I'm again happy to have that ability to pivot that loss to this journey. So with that, I just want to thank a few people. Senator Sarlo, as some of you may or may not know, Senator Sarlo is not only a senator, he is also a mayor. So he has a lot of things to do. So not only the fact that he came here to swear me in, but also he did spend time with me and mentored me and talked to me, and for that I am immensely grateful. Mayor Nunziato and I shared a cup of coffee just this week, and I think one of us said, I think we're gonna be okay, he and I would have to say, don't really know that there's anyone in this town that loves this place as much as Frank Nunziato. And that's important for us to remember because this job is difficult, his job is difficult, but going back to what I said before, no one's journey comes from a greater place of love than our mayor, so we just need to remind ourselves of that. To the current council, I know I have badgered you to no end, asking 9,000 questions. That's not gonna get better, so just brace yourselves. To our former councilmen, Mark and Tommy, I hope, again, that I can bestow upon you the knowledge that neither of them had to help me. That wasn't part of the job. And they have both been so generous with their time, with their humor, with their digging of me. There were times during the general election campaign where, as Susan mentioned, it was very difficult and we were very tired. And it seemed like clockwork. I would get a text from Mark, just win. And I would be like, okay, I'm back. So I consider them both dear friends. I love them both dearly. And the questions are gonna keep coming for you too. To our election team, our campaign team, I almost can't even look at them. We had no idea what we were doing when we started this, like literally none. Rutherford is chock full of talented, invested, passionate women was what we worked with, but women and men and non-binary folks as well. So you know how I feel. I'm very effusive with my love, so you haven't dodged it up until this point. And but please know this isn't about me. This is about you because I really just did this on your shoulders, so I appreciate it. My village in Rutherford, I'm a big village person because I think both my parents are deceased. I think I rely heavily on my village of people. I ask people to help me raise my kids. I ask people to help me with my career. There's so many of you here, and your kids are here, and I just love this place so much. Leo's like, I know. He always tells me, I know, Mom, you love it here. But I do, and it's because of all of you. My forever friends and family who came today, my family who is in New Zealand still, including my brother who lives in Rutherford and his family, my bonus mom, they always say to me, like, Christy, like, you need another thing to do. When I say, like, I'm gonna start a podcast, I'm gonna do philanthropy, and the answer is, like, you need another thing to do? And I don't necessarily, but they're always so supportive. Annabella and Leo, my non-baby babies, who are both bigger than me, I'm mindful of the fact that it is not easy to have a mom that always has a new idea and a goal, especially when you're a teenager and now it's in your hometown. So just know that I know that, and I'm grateful that you are always super supportive. I do everything for you and for us, and I love you so much. Jason, Jason and I don't know how to do less, and it would be helpful if one of us did, but it's just not working out that way. My husband is the busiest person I know. He starts nonprofits on a whim, and he works incredibly intense jobs. But somehow through this process, he was our treasurer. He did all our reporting. He called the Board of Elections 6,000 times to make sure we were doing things right. But that's a testament to just the person he is. You know, there's a joke with my friends, like everybody loves Jason. And even the campaign team was like, we love Jason. Everyone loves Jason, but it's for really good reason. He's the most supportive of all of my crazy, and I love you very much. And finally, I actually didn't include this, and then my husband read my notes and was like, you don't want to talk about your parents? It's not that I don't want to. It's just difficult. I was very close with both of my parents, and they both died way too young. But my mother, Mom, I said thank you to everybody, so now we should be good. My dad was the quintessential philanthropist. He owned his own business on Staten Island for over 30 years when he passed. He was a Rotarian. He started when Hurricane Sandy came, he got in his car and drove to the beach and somehow rallied people with tents and was rebuilding houses. So I think that, you know, as I sit here, he's the only person that would truly understand why I did this. And he's the only person that never said, you don't need another thing to do, because for him, you could never serve enough. So to them, I'm grateful. I have little pieces of them. I wear, my kids call my jewelry, my emotional juju. I have all pieces of my parents wearing them, but they would be really proud, and I'm really proud that I'm theirs. That's it.
I'll make a few remarks. I'll keep it short and sweet. Those are very powerful statements by both of you. You are very welcome here. We have a great team. You're supported by two gentlemen that just left, and they'll always be there for you should you choose to ask for anything that they've been through when they came on, just as any of us. I think we're going to do really well. As far as 4 women on the council, I don't know if you know my family. My wife's sitting over there. She's raised 4 girls, so I'm used to having a lot of women around me. I think this is going to be a remarkable year and a great start to something that's going to just keep growing as long as nobody brings anything crazy, another pandemic. I mean, I'm done. But again, welcome to the team, and we thank you very much for being here and serving your community. Is there anybody here from the state, county, anybody that would like to come up and speak?
Yes, Mayor. Thank you.
Good evening, Trace.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. I'm Tracy Zur, Bergen County Commissioner. I'm here with the other commissioners, Mary Amoroso and Jermaine Ortiz. We couldn't be more elated. And Christy, first of all, you don't need to press a button to be heard. You could be heard without that dang button. Sorry, I'm going to face this way because you can see my back, Mayor. I get very excited at all reorganizations because they're a day when we turn the page and we get a new blood in and we can recommit ourselves to serving our community. I think today, you talked about the darkness of January 6th. 2 years ago on January 6th, as many of us were holding our hands up and taking our oath to uphold the Constitution, there were many who did not believe in upholding the Constitution. And so today, to be able to be together and rededicate ourselves to that continuity, to thank all those whose voices have been so important in our government, our volunteers, so many of our first responders and our members of our community who are serving, but to also pause to thank every single one of you who step up every day. This is not glamorous work. The tenacity you showed at the campaign, it's like the 9 months of childbirth. Now you get ready for the real deal. This is not always, right now the audience is full and everyone's applauding. There's gonna be a lot of days where there's some tough decisions and there's not applause and it's lonely. And I hope you know that we are all here at the county to support you 1,000%. You all have our cell phone numbers, and please, we are here to engage in conversations about shared services and how we can do things smarter and more efficiently. And we love Rutherford too, maybe almost as much as you all. But we are so grateful for your service and for your commitment and for all that you're gonna bring to this team, which is already so incredible. So thank you so much, and I'll turn the microphone over to my colleagues.
This was a hard campaign. Jermaine, Tom Sullivan, and I were out there day by day. And the people we were out there with, we're going to their reorganizations, and we are so happy to be at their reorganizations, especially Christy and Susan. Now, I should point out that we are a female majority commissioners board. And I believe we are now a female majority, thank you, God, a female majority Rutherford County. And I was listening to the values I'm hearing, these feminine values, and I'm not picking on the guys, but we're talking about love and compassion and caretaking. I mean, we really do look at this as caretaking, another form of mothering, and also embarrassing your kids in public office. Right? So we are most grateful to be here today to celebrate our ladies. Thank you.
I'll keep it short because I had the opportunity to speak earlier, but it is truly an honor not only to swear in Susan, but to be here and celebrate this joyous day together where everyone comes together and you get to have all of the community come here and celebrate this momentous occasion. But it's not like Tracy said, it's not always like beautiful flowers and everything else, but it's difficult. It can be difficult, and to be honest with you, it's difficult on the families because they're gonna take a lot of time out of their families, but it is a village. It's a village, it's a partnership between the mayor and council. You got your police department, your first responders, your fire department, everyone together makes these decisions that makes this an incredible community. Because even though we have 70 municipalities, I agree with Tracy, this is one of my favorite ones. So I wish you all the best and congratulations to all and happy and healthy new year to everyone. Thank you so much. And on behalf...
Could our newly elected council members please go down to the dais?
On behalf of the commissioners, we would like to give you these certificates of commendation. Congratulations. Yes.
Yeah, right, that's right.
Children with elected moms support group.
Move over so we'll get away.
Good evening, Rutherford. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council, for allowing me to be here. My name is Christina Catrone. I'm the Deputy Mayor in Fairlawn, and I'm here tonight as the President of We Do of Bergen County. For those of you who don't know, We Do is a grassroots organization of Democratic women whose mission is to empower, support, and recruit Democratic women who are interested in serving in public service at the local, the county, and the state level. We do whatever we can across all 70 municipalities to help women. We raise money for them.
We provide educational programming for them, and we provide mentorship opportunities, which both councilwomen here tonight took advantage of, and Ellen wants me to send her best. Unfortunately, she had a family obligation she couldn't miss, but she really did want to be here tonight and wishes you both much congratulations, as does the whole organization. One of the things that we do every year is we make sure we are at every swearing-in ceremony of every woman at the local level across the county. And as the president and as the organization has grown, I haven't had to go to as many. So this year I chose 2. The county, and I chose to be here, mainly because it is really a momentous occasion when we see a council with a female majority. It is not something that we see a lot of across the county, so you're joining a small but rising group of that, and so I really did want to be here tonight to offer my congratulations, to present you both with these certificates of achievement, and to again wish you all the success as you start this endeavor on behalf of the entire organization. So
Can we have the
congratulations.
female council members please go to the front of the dais?
Thank you.
Well, they could take the picture first, and then you guys could take the bigger picture.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, I remember 5 women in my life. I'm not stupid.
Chrissy, that's for you, and Susan, you're welcome. Congratulations. Congratulations. I don't have an aide, so.
Sheriff. Ladies, I think you're going to have to stay down there.
That's all right. I feel like I'm home. My wife and them don't listen to me either. One, it's an honor to stand before the residents of Rutherford. Over the summer, I had the joy of celebrating in the park with you, and I'm going to have to go back to how normally open. Who has it better than Rutherford? Great mayor and council here. And I think the work shows for the great things they do for the community. And what better thing can have the 2 additions of the Councilwoman Councilwoman Catrone added to this. So other than the city of Inglewood, I think Rutherford, I'll be nice. Was that it? That was cheating? That was cheating. Okay, I'm sorry. No, if I had to move out of Inglewood, I would move to Rutherford.
Much better.
Okay, I won't hold it too long, but no, I just want to say to the residents of Rutherford, one, you have a great team here, and their history has proven as far as the great work they have done for this town and spread over into the county. Personally, I want to thank you for the support of myself, the Bergen County Sheriff's Office. Chief Russo is always there when we need to lean on him. So I just want to let you know, as an overall governing body, you got a great town. No, I won't say anything about Inglewood. But Rutherford is a full-service town. Rutherford is a model community. Rutherford is good. And it shows in their good governance. Councilwoman Catrone, Councilwoman Delray Cone, I got to get it right. I did it? I got to keep the maiden name in there because I'll get in trouble if I take it out, right? Yes, I will.
I won't disagree with you.
Jason's comfortable with it.
If I'm able to present a commendation to you, please come forth. Jason, I sympathize. Oh, you have a son. You're good. I'm outnumbered. I feel like going to my house is 4-1.
On behalf of the Bergen County Sheriff Department, we'd like to commend you and congratulate you on your election and being sworn in as councilwomen of the great Rutherford, Borough of Rutherford. On this day, January 6, 2022, by yours truly. Oh, see, it's early, it's still early. 2023, by yours truly, Anthony Curran. And I commend you once again. Anything I can do personally, please do not hesitate and give me a call. I know this Councilwoman McCowan, she will definitely give me a call. Councilman Robinson, she will definitely give me a call. And
You know it.
it goes without saying. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council.
Thank you, Sheriff.
And might be so kind to have a photo with you.
Thanks again, Sheriff.
Thank you. Thank you.
I will now accept nominations for the President of the Council. Oh, I'm sorry. Now we're going to open up for the hearing of citizens. Anyone wishing to speak, please step forward to the microphone. State your name and address and keep it to your 5 minutes. Keep your comments to 5 minutes or less.
Sorry to jump to the front of the line. I got kids to get to basketball. You guys know how it is, right? 3 kids to this, different schools in the same day. I've accomplished that. Okay, instead of my private address, can I say Section 2A for DPW?
Please state your name and address.
Eddie Rowland, Section 2A for DPW collection? Is that okay? Or District 11, like in Panem? Block 181, Lot 18. My address rhymes with heaven, Snark 1. I have no problem. It's 7 Clark Ave. But I know some people were concerned about their addresses being out there, so I was wondering if there were other options for people that were concerned about their address. And if there isn't, then that's something you guys can work on because it seemed to make people very uncomfortable. Our newest council people have overcome a lot when they made a male minority for the first time ever. Their campaign overcame not having public debates with either primary or general election opponents. This needs to change sooner rather than never or later. We used to have it. Please make it happen again. You know what you went through. So if we could fix that, it'd be great. I've been asking for years. It's a regular thing to have debates. www.elec.nj.gov. That is the New Jersey Election Law Enforcement Commission. If you go on their website, it's a government website. There's a staff of 7, I believe. It's a supervisor and 6 enforcement officers that run this. But other than that, there's a database on there. So you can find out some of the people and entities that contribute to your local government. Decide for yourself if a conflict of interest exists between builders, contractors, and developers, and any of our local officials. These positions, counselor, $3,000 a year, the mayor, $4,000 a year. But tens of thousands of dollars of campaign funds are raised for these part-time government positions. Why? Okay, so if you guys take the time to look into what our local government is doing, you might decide to do things differently next time voting comes around. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else from the public wishing to speak? Seeing none, I'm going to close it to the public and now open it up for any council comment. Councilwoman?
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to extend my congratulations to the two newest members of the dais, to Councilwoman, well, I'll start on this side, Councilwoman Susan Quattrone and Councilwoman Christy Del Rincon. And I thank everyone who's sitting up here for their generous spirit of sharing information. Mayor, for you taking time to make sure that we've had a quiet and peaceful transfer of government, and how ironic that today is the day that we are doing this. And people overlook local government, and here we are doing it so seamlessly. with a lot of effort and work. And thank you, Bob, for your good work in doing that. And I also just wanted to wish the residents of Rutherford a Happy New Year, and to take a moment just to thank our department heads and all of the borough employees. Tonight, we've heard people, one after another, come up here and talk about how amazing this borough is and what an incredible place it is to live. And we are very fortunate to govern for it. But it is on the backs of these amazing people, day in and day out, who keep it beautiful, who make it a place worth living. And so I just wanted to make sure that we didn't overlook our incredible employees and all of the service members for our emergency services, police, fire, EMS. Thank you to this tremendous community, and Happy New Year.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Anybody else? Councilwoman Roberson.
So first of all, thank you all for being here today. It's a packed house, so thank you all for coming. And I'm going to keep it really short because there are after parties, there are dinners to go to. But Susan and Christy, thank you for your compassion and your empathy. And you're going to lead with passion and empathy. That's what you did for me personally. And if I had time, I would tell personal stories about you. But this is how you're going to support the town of Rutherford. And Rutherford is extremely, extremely lucky. This shows the power of sisterhood. I know we're a majority female council, if you did not know. But you are going to lead with passion and empathy, and I'm so grateful for you to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman?
Thank you, Mayor. Wow. Sorry about that. I too would like to welcome our new colleagues, Susan Quattrone, Ms. Delray Cohn here. Today, a joyous day, ceremony, packed house. Tomorrow, I know you're going to be ready, roll up those sleeves with your council colleagues and get to work for the people that put us here. So I wish you nothing but the best. I know you're going to do a great job, and I can't wait to work with you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Councilman.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, just echoing everyone else's sentiments. Congratulations, Councilwoman Delray Cohn. Congratulations, Councilwoman Quattrone. I want to thank both of you for taking the time to get to know me and be open to discussions all throughout the entire process. This job is a phenomenal job when you love where you live. You are both incredible assets to this council. I'm thoroughly looking forward to working with both of you, and I thank you again for persevering and making it through.
Thank you, Councilman. Ladies?
I feel like I said enough, right? Yeah.
I know I did, so
Yeah.
I'm good.
You'll hear from me again, Frank. Don't worry.
I've also already made my comments, so we'll move on now. I will now accept nominations for the President of the Council.
Mayor, may I?
Councilman Guzman?
Mayor, I would love the motion put forth. Someone that I believe is very, very deserving of this position. I'd love to nominate my council colleague, Stephanie McGowan.
Nomination by Councilman Guzman. May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Roberson. Any questions or comments by the council? Seeing none, we'll take a roll call.
Councilman Coakley?
Yes.
Councilman McGowan?
Respectfully abstain.
Councilman Big Roberson?
Yes.
Councilman Guzman?
Yes.
Councilman David Cohn?
Yes.
Councilwoman Quattrone?
Yes.
Thank you. You can clap now.
With your permission, I'd like to invite Senator Sarlo to do the swearing in and my council colleague, Maria Begg Roberson, to represent my family this evening to hold the Bible.
You're the council president. You want to sign off on our new budget while you're here?
the honor of swearing in our new council president, who is going to do an amazing job and was very capable and the right person for the job. Please repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Stephanie McGowan,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
as council president,
as council president,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my
I
ability.
do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the
So
people.
help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Council President.
Thank you for saying. Thank you, sir.
Council President?
Thank you, Mayor. Before I move the first resolution, I want to thank my colleagues for their support and for this incredible honor this evening. Thank you, Senator Sarlo, who I know had a very busy night, and he still has more swearing-ins to do, and for being here for us. And I know he's watching, they are watching, it's my husband and my beautiful children, who unfortunately are sick, and this is the first time in 9 years that they're not in this room for this day. As always, they are the reason, they are my reason. So I love you and I miss you. Resolution number 1, I'd like to make a motion for the adoption of the 2023 bylaws. Motion.
Motion by Council President, may I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Roberson. Any questions or comments by the council? Seeing none, may I have a roll call?
Councilman Coakley?
Yes.
Councilwoman McGowan?
Yes.
Councilman Big Roberson?
Yes.
Councilman Guzman?
Yes.
Councilman Delroy Cohen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Quattrone?
Yes.
Next up, we have our appointments. I would ask for council consent for the liaison assignments for 2023. I'd ask for a motion.
Motion.
Motion by Council President, may I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Guzman. Any questions or comments by the council? Seeing none, may I have a roll call?
Councilman Coakley?
Yes.
Councilwoman McGowan?
Yes.
Councilman Big Roberson?
Yes.
Councilman Guzman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Delroy Cohen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Quattrone?
Yes.
As that also comes with the committee liaison assignments, I don't need to motion that as well. Next up, we're going to do the presentation of awards. Sorry, my bad. First, I just wanted to make him sweat a little bit. I'd like to ask for council consent for the Borough Attorney, Bruno Ferraro. I'd ask for a motion.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Coakley. May I have a second? Second by Council President. Any questions or comments by the council? Seeing none, may I have a roll call?
Councilman Coakley?
Yes.
Councilwoman McGowan?
Yes.
Councilwoman Big Roberson?
Yes.
Councilman Guzman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Delroy Cohen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Quattrone?
Yes.
Thank you. I'd also ask for consent for Municipal Judge Arian to be reappointed. I'd ask for council consent.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Roberson. May I have a second by Council President. Any questions or comments by the council? Seeing none, may I have a roll call?
Councilman Coakley?
Yes.
Councilwoman McGowan?
Yes.
Councilman Big Roberson?
Yes.
Councilman Guzman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Delroy Cohen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Quattrone?
Yes.
Thank you. Next up, we're going to do the presentation of awards. I'd ask for the council to come up in front of the dais. First up, we have Mark Amatucci, in appreciation for your 20 years of service to the Borough of Rutherford. Is Mark here? Okay. Next up, we have Vincent Callen Jr., in appreciation for your 20 years of service to the Borough of Rutherford. Throw him inside if you want. Next up, we have Glenn Gareppa, in appreciation for your 20 years of service to the Borough of Rutherford. Next up, Lieutenant Michael Gardner, in appreciation for your 20 years of service to the Borough of Rutherford. Yeah. Just have the wire in front of us. Congratulations. Next up, we have Mark Gentile, in appreciation for your 20 years of service to the Borough of Rutherford. Next up, we have John Melfa, in appreciation for your 20 years of service to the Borough of Rutherford. Next up, we have Anthony Nunziato, in appreciation for your 20 years of service to the Borough of Rutherford. Do you want me to just turn around? I kind of look like it. Actually, Jason, you could have got it. It's an F&M thing. Next up, Alfred Anderson, appreciation for his 25 years of service to the Borough of Rutherford. Next up, Janet Calhoun, appreciation for your 25 years of service to the Borough of Rutherford. Jeff Wilkinson, appreciation of his 25 years to the service to the Borough of Rutherford. Captain Patrick Feliciano, an appreciation for your service to the Borough of Rutherford. Congratulations. Next up, we have Eugene Machia, in appreciation of your years of service to the Borough of Rutherford. Who's here?
Come on, Eugene.
Eugene! Congratulations, Eugene.
Hi, Eugene. Here you go, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Eugene. Congratulations again. Next up, we have Ellie Mulhan, appreciation for your years of service to the Borough of Rutherford. Finally, Lieutenant Nicholas Moore, in appreciation of your years of service to the Borough of Rutherford. Thank you, everybody. And to the husbands of our new council members, you'll be getting condolences awards shortly.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. We're going to move the consent agenda. All items are listed, are enacted by one motion, as these items are routine in nature. Motion.
Motion by Council President. May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Guzman. Any questions or comments by the council? Seeing none, may I have a roll call?
Councilman Coakley?
Yes.
Councilwoman Gowan?
Yes.
Councilman Robertson?
Yes.
Guzman?
Yes.
Councilman Del Rey-Con?
Yes.
Councilwoman Cuoco?
Yes.
Thank you. I know. I do. Can we have Pastor Allen? Our benediction.
And that is, our benediction is our closing prayer. If you so desire, please pray with me. Holy One, as we enter this new year, we ask you to bless, assist, enlighten our mayor, council members, officers, directors, and all of those who serve our community of Rutherford, New Jersey. Give them courage to stand even when it's not popular. Give them wisdom and insight to make fair and just decisions. Give them vision to see all that we can be as a community. Give them hearts of compassion to remember those who are the least of these. May their leadership and efforts maintain and improve the rich quality of life that we enjoy here in Rutherford, New Jersey. And may that prosperity extend to all of our residents. And as we leave this place, may your Spirit provide traveling mercies, grant us health, peace, and prosperity in the year ahead. For all that is good, true, and just, we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Allen. Before we adjourn, I just want to thank everybody for coming tonight. I wish you all a great 2023. I know that the two ladies that are up here now will do a great job, and they will serve and honor this community. So I just want to thank you all for coming. Again, Councilman Malahy, Councilman Vilsack, we all appreciate and love you and your service to this community, and I'm sure you're not going far. So I would ask for a motion to adjourn. Motion by Council President. All in favor?
Aye.
Have a great night, everybody.